Hello once again, people of Vietnam. Falco Maton here, and welcome back to this channel. I know I've been kind of away for a while. Not actually, there's been a couple of videos I know, but I've been away here for like a month or something. I think maybe even coming up in 2 months, but hopefully that's about to change. Yay! First off, I gave gaming kind of one last go. If you don't remember my other channel, which I bring up a hell of a lot, that was kind of the main focus on my second ever channel on YouTube. But I've kind of just, I've come to the acceptance literally an hour ago that it's just not for me anymore. It's just not the content I want to make, and I need to kind of stop forcing it. But that's for another video. But all the Kingdom Hearts videos I was doing, I've gotten rid of, and going back to the content that I want to make. Of course, the occasional gameplay content like game chat, which I consider to be more of a podcast than anything, will continue, but that's very sporadic. It's not going to be like a twice or 3 times a week upload, which might eventually happen with stuff like this. So if I'm not going to be doing stuff like that, what exactly am I going to be doing? I mentioned at the very beginning of this channel that the reason that I started a new one more than anything was because I kind of want to pull back the curtain. I mentioned that on Twitter, at least in one of my first videos. I kind of want to pull back the curtain. While, you know, Falco Maton was never a false personality to who I really am, it definitely limited a lot of how I express myself, and I feel like I haven't really developed that promise, or kind of like, I haven't delivered on it anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna just basically do what I said I was gonna do right from the get-go, and that is kind of be a bit more open about the real me, while I always said I am fully open and honest about who I am online. You know, I don't lie or anything like that. I'm not always this kind of cheerful, and I don't always talk about the not so good things in my life, so this is why sharing is actually coming at last. I said I was going to share a bit more about stuff, and I will. I'm gonna do that. And the reason it's kind of taken me this long to kind of get around is because I didn't really know how to handle it. There's been a lot of controversy on a lot of topics on YouTube lately, and I guess oversharing is kind of one of them, and that's where I'm very opinionated on the matter, and I do believe that you can overshare too much online, and there's going to be people out there who really severely disagree with me, and sorry, but there's a very fine line, I think, when talking about yourself on YouTube, especially when you're in the position of me who doesn't have amazing mental health. You can't talk about everything online. You can't. I believe that is the simple fact. No, that's not to say that, you know, there's nothing you can't talk about online. You can talk about whatever you want. It's freedom of speech and all that, but it's like, personally, you know, you should kind of watch what you talk about, especially to a camera and to an audience online, no matter big or small. The people watching your videos, no matter how lovely they are, no matter how nice of a comment to leave on your social media, on your channel, on your videos, or even if you've got a bigger following and they come up the streets and shake your hand, they're lovely, they are still a faceless audience 99% of the time, and they're not the people who you should be sharing some of your more blacker days with. They're not your family, they're not your friends, they're not the people who you can rely on. They're the people who can show you support and make you feel a little bit more loved, but they are not the people who should be looking after you. While I'm not really an expert on the topic, and I'm really like mumbling and not really explaining myself, because every time I kind of do this I'm still getting back in the practice of speaking in front of a camera, there is plenty of other people on YouTube who can talk about this way better than me, and while I don't have any immediately in my head, just type in oversharing on YouTube and you'll find better ones probably than me. But yeah, it's finally time to chip away some of those layers on this and actually getting to the bottom of this mess. And I apologize, I'm just putting this together in like 2 minutes flat, but I wanted to switch on the camera because I had a sporadic decision to delete all of that game videos and kind of like finally just, you know, while you kind of have to work to your audience the bigger you get on YouTube, I'm at that stage where I can just, because the audience hasn't followed me from the previous channel, again, go into that in a later video, this channel, and it's, you know, growing very smallly, very smallly, is giving me the opportunity to constantly rework until I find what works for me again. Because I've been on YouTube for 10 years, and I found it once, but I don't remember what it is now. So yeah, let's get sharing, and until next time, stay awesome YouTubers, Falco Maton out.